Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Noelle, aka MakeupEsquire, and today I did a Nordstrom Anniversary sale haul focused on all the makeup products that I picked up. I go into talking about the new YSL palette that just came out. I believe it's new. It's definitely new to me. It's gorgeous, so stay tuned for that. And I also picked up the Chantecaille Essential Eye Trio. I also picked up the Hourglass Lip Duo, the NARS Lip Duo, and YSL Mascara Duo, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. So I have lots of good things to show you. Stay tuned if you'd like to see a demonstration on all these products. Yeah. So I have this huge box right here with almost all the products that I purchased at the Nordstrom Anniversary sale. I'm not including any clothes in this haul, but if you would like to see any articles of clothing that I purchased at the Nordstrom Anniversary sale, then let me know and I can film that video separately. I have a little bit of foundation on and I did my brows. That's basically it. I put like a tad bit of bronzer and a little tiny bit of contour powder because I wanted to test out the new products that I got, and I didn't get any new eyebrow products or foundation or anything like that. So I kind of put the products in general categories. I have a makeup category, I have products related to skincare and SPF and body care, stuff like that, and then I also have hair care. So why don't we start out with the makeup products, and that way I can also test them out for you all. First off, I did pick up the Sigma Soft Coverage Brush Set. As you can see, it's still in its little plastic. I've been saving all of these products before even opening them so that I can open them up on camera with you all. So this is a Sigma Beauty soft brushes for a perfect complexion. The brushes include the F11, which is the soft sculpt, the F48, which is the soft coverage, and the F72, which is the soft angled concealer. I was not going to pick this up, y'all. I have so many brushes, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of brushes. I saw somebody rave about them. I forget who. I gave into the FOMO. And you know, even though I love my natural hair brushes, I do like to use some synthetic brushes, and I like keeping some synthetic brushes handy because they just are true workhorses. You can wash them a million times, and Sigma is very nostalgic to me because back when I started really getting into makeup, I started using Sigma brushes because I remember learning in the very beginning when YouTube was barely starting up. Jaclyn Hill, if you remember, I know she's controversial nowadays, but she's really one of the standout YouTubers that I remember learning makeup technique from, and she would always rave about Sigma brushes, and I picked some up way back in the day. They were some of my first makeup brushes ever. I still have some of my original Sigma brushes. They did last me years and years and years until I finally was able to afford to replace them. So these are the Sigma brushes that we have here. This one is the F11 Soft Sculpt. And this brush is perfect for all sorts of things. You can use these synthetic bristles for powders, creams, liquids. This is a good mid-size brush to do a bunch of different tasks. Your bronzer, you can even use it for contour. You can use it for blush, cream, or powder. It doesn't matter. You could use it to powder your T-zone. This is a pretty good dynamic brush size to have. This little brush right here, this is the F72 brush by Sigma. And I love this brush shape for concealer to really get into the crevices of the face, underneath the eyes, that kind of thing. And then this one is the F48 Soft Coverage Brush by Sigma. And this one is the type of brush that I would personally use for foundation and other types of cream products such as cream bronzer, even cream or liquid blush. So it's not too dense as you can see, and it's also not too sparse. So I'll set these aside so that I can use them later. Next up, I purchased in the makeup / SPF category these Hoola Nourish and Protect Lip Trio. I picked these up because I had actually had one of these on my wish list for some time, and so when I saw that they had a trio on the Nordstrom Anniversary sale, I decided to pick them up because they do have an SPF of 30, and I've had pretty good luck with Hoola products. I love that they really focus on putting SPF in a lot of their products, and who doesn't need a good lip balm with SPF? I like to have these in my purse, in my little fanny pack when I take the dogs out on a walk, in my car. I even like giving these out to the men in my life, like my dad and my brothers who like their lip balms as well to not be super shiny. And if they can have some SPF, why not? I will say the formula is very nice. I like it. Doesn't have any scent, doesn't have any taste to it. So I recommend. And it also feels like it's quite nourishing and moisturizing on the lips as well. Also in the lip product category, I purchased this Hourglass Sculpt and Gloss Duo. Now, I actually already have one of the shades in here. It comes with the lip liner in Flaunt 2 and the Phantom Volumizing Glossy Balm in Mist 115. I do already have the shade Mist 115, but I do really like this formula. It's really glossy on the lips. It's plumping in the sense that it doesn't give your lips like that burning sensation, but it's plumping just because it does a really good job of blurring the lines. This one is the lip liner in Flaunt 2, and this one is the Phantom Volumizing Glossy Balm in Mist 115. That's the shade right there. And it's one of those formulas where twist it to put it up, but it doesn't go back down. So be careful with that. This is like the perfect nude shade that I figured I don't mind having a double because I can easily put one in my purse or in my work bag. Like I always like to have on hand a good neutral color like this that can go with any look I might be rocking that day or any outfit I might be wearing. Now I'm not going to put this on just yet because I also want to show you the next item that's also a lip product that I picked up at the sale. This is the NARS Afterglow Sensual Shine Lipstick Duo, and I was going back and forth on whether or not to pick this up, but I did hear that this is a pretty good formula, and I think I have a mini one in a different shade that I believe came in one of those Sephora Discovery sets that they come out with during the holidays. This one is in the shade 208 Devotion, and I'll swatch it right here on my hand. And this one's in the shade 888 Dolce Vita. So Devotion, Dolce Vita. Now, I was afraid that this Flaunt 2 shade might be a little bit too light, but I usually do tend to like using two shades of lip liner, a darker one and then a lighter one. I already have a couple of other shades in this Hourglass lip liner, and I do like the formula. I just don't have this shade. This shade is similar. It reminds me a lot of the shade from Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talk. So if you have that one, you would probably like this one as well. I do have a medium to tan skin tone, and I have a slight tan on right now. So just in case you use me as a shade reference. And then I'll try on these for you as well. Let's see, Devotion first. It's a nice lightweight balmy formula. Put a little bit of this Dolce Vita shade right in the middle. It's very comfortable on the lips. Feels very moisturizing and nourishing as well. And then I'm gonna put on this Hourglass Mist 115. Nice. Okay, next up, I did purchase this YSL Lash Clash Mascara Duo. So this is a pretty good mascara. I typically wear Lashify on my eyelashes. So these are just fake little clusters. So I don't wear a lot of mascara on my top eyelashes, but I do religiously use mascara on the bottom eyelashes. And if you've seen my previous videos, I was using a little sample trial size that I picked up from Sephora, and I was enjoying it. I do find that it doesn't bleed or give you raccoon eyes. If you know, you know. I did go ahead and snag these two. First, before I put that on, saving the best makeup product for last. This is the YSL Couture Clutch. It's the 10 color eye palette, and this is in the shade 5 Desert Nude. I'm not sure if they have other shades, but this is the only one I saw for sale on the Nordstrom Anniversary sale. I haven't seen very many reviews on this eyeshadow palette, so I just wanted to pick it up because I was curious. I wanted to try it out for myself, but look at how gorgeous these shades are. I did go ahead and swatch them already, so you can see a little bit of my finger swatches there, but this palette is the epitome of luxury. Just the packaging itself, this is really what you pay for. I believe this on sale came out to about $100. And if you could just see the attention to detail that YSL really puts in their packaging. Look at, it's like a cushy texture on this packaging. It feels heavy, not lightweight, not cheap. And you really don't see eyeshadow palettes that are flush like this, where the pans aren't really separated by anything. It's just kind of like it lays flat, if you will. Yet put these on my eyes, but based on the finger swatches, they look like really, really nice formulas. So I might have time to just throw a couple of those shades on my eyelids today. Also in the makeup category, I purchased the Chantecaille Essential Eye Trio, and this is how it came. I love Chantecaille products. I already have the brightening eye kajal that this comes with, but I don't mind having another one. I had been curious about trying out this eyeshadow. Their single shadows are really stunning. They're so beautiful and typically quite pricey on their own, so I figured if I was gonna grab one, I might as well get it on a deal. The brightening eye kajal here is in the shade Nude, and the darker one is the Luster Glide eyeliner in the shade Jasper. So it looked like it was a brown color that I've really been into lately. And then lastly, in the makeup category, we have the Hourglass palette. This is their ambient lighting palette, the Golden Rose Edit. I'm not sure if it is exclusive to Nordstrom or not, but anytime I can snag one of these palettes on a good sale, it's a good idea to do so because these are just really, really nice to travel with. And although I do have some of these shades already, none of these are new shades. From what I've heard, they have the shade Celestial Strobe Light, and the Metallic Strobe Powder, Iridescent Rose Blush, Dim Infusion Blush, and Golden Bronze Light Bronzer. So even though none of these are brand new shades for Hourglass, I do like having a handy little palette like this to take on the go. It's easy to throw in your makeup bag or in your purse, and it has a bronzer, a highlighter, and two blushes, a more cool tone bright pink one and a more mauvey one. So love that. Don't mind my hair today, y'all. It's really hot, so I didn't want to use any products to style it or anything other than just give it a quick blow dry. So first going into the YSL palette here, and I'm just going to go into these two shades right here. I'm just gonna go in and mix them together just because I'm not sure how pigmented they are yet. So see how it goes. And I'm using this Sonia G. This is their Summer Koi collection. Look at how nice and buttery that is. OMG, y'all. This formula is so nice. Look at how that's blending out just effortlessly. Stunning. Throwing that in the crease and taking the same two shades on this smaller brush here underneath the lower lash line. I kind of want to show you the single eyeshadow in the Chantecaille trio here. So I do want to try out a shimmer shade in this palette. I'm just going to wipe off that brush that I was using earlier on my lower lash line and take this one right here. It's like a nice champagne shimmery shade. And I'm going to put this into the inner corner. It almost seems like there's a glitter overlay on this shade because the more I dip my brush into it, the less glitter it seems to have, but it is putting down some shimmer, as you can see. So I think it might just be like a subtle shimmer. And let's just go into a little bit of this yellowy one. Interesting. So that's translating differently on the eyelid than it looks in the pan. It looks a lot less yellow on the eyelid, but it is still like a golden shade. It's really pretty, but it's definitely more wearable, I would say, than how it appears to look in the pan. I didn't put it all over the eyelid because I do want to show you this Chantecaille single shadow. This is in the shade Champagne. It's the cheetah one. And this company does do philanthropic work for animals, which is why each of their single shadows has a different animal on there. So it looks like this. It's such a lovely texture on there. And I have a couple of other shades in this formula, and I've learned that it really is best to use a finger. So I'm just going to use my finger to show you kind of on the outer half of the eyelid right here. This is a perfect one and done champagne shade. I'm just taking the same brush I used earlier in the crease, just blend out any harsh lines there might be. That's really pretty, isn't it? Now I'm just going to throw on the mascara on the bottom lash line. I got my mom to try the waterproof version of this mascara because she only uses strictly waterproof mascara. She did say that the brush was a little big for her to work with. I don't know, it's just a matter of personal preference. For me, I don't mind a bigger size brush just because usually I'm in a rush when I do my makeup on the daily basis, and this chunky brush just allows me to slap it on and go. And this is what the two eyeliners look like in your Chantecaille package. I just want to show you the difference between having a white eyeliner on your lower waterline and a brown or a darker tone eyeliner on your lower waterline. So to demonstrate, I will be using each one on each eye. So this one's the Chantecaille Brightening Eye Kajal in the shade Nude on my right eye here. And as you can see, white really makes your eye look bigger and really pop. I do recommend doing this step before you do your mascara, just in case you get any transfer, but I kind of wanted you to see the final look. And then this one is the shade Jasper on my left eye here. I'm also not doing this makeup in the typical order that I usually do my makeup just because it's a haul video. I'm more focused on showcasing the products than I am in doing a perfect makeup look today. So as you can see, this shade Jasper, it does give more of a sultry look to the eyes. These eyeliners really do last a long time. They're nice and creamy. They're easily blendable if you want to do a smudgy look on the lower lash line. But I'll just cover each side so you can see the difference. This is the shade Nude, and this is the shade Jasper. Leave me a comment down below and let me know which side you like better. And last but not least, let's showcase this Hourglass face palette here. And for this, I'm just going to be using a couple of these new Sigma brushes. First, I'm going to go into the bronzer shade here. Again, this bronzer is in the shade Golden Bronze Light. Like I said, I already have a little bit of bronzer on my face. Even after I've already done my makeup, I love just touching up with some Hourglass powders on top of everything just because they just give a really nice finish, almost like a beautiful blurring sheen to the skin. And I'm hoping that it will translate on camera as nicely as these appear in person. But just trust me, if you haven't tried Hourglass powder formulas, there really isn't anything comparable out there on the market. I promise you, no company out there has been able to do whatever is in this Hourglass powder formula. I'm going to take the other side of that same brush and I'm going to dip into the blush here. This is in the shade Dim Infusion. And now I'm going to dip into the other shade. It is Iridescent Rose. I'm just going to put that a little bit higher than I put that Dim Infusion shade. A little bit on the nose and a little bit along the chin. Now, I do have textured skin, so I typically try to stay away from face powders that have a lot of shimmer in them, but I never have to worry about Hourglass powders emphasizing any of my texture that I have on my skin. They won't emphasize any wrinkles you have, so I do highly recommend Hourglass powders. And we can't forget the last shade in this palette. It is the highlighter, and the highlighter is in the shade Celestial Strobe Light. It's a metallic strobe powder. I'm just going in with this brush here. It's a natural hair brush, and I'm just going to take that on the high points of the face. You see how gorgeous that sheen is? Look at how it catches the light. It is so beautiful. You don't have to go and get this specific palette at the anniversary sale. Honestly, you can't go wrong with any of the Hourglass palettes or shades or powders. And that's it, y'all. I'm keeping it really simple today. I just wanted to showcase the makeup products that I got at the anniversary sale. Let me know if you picked any of these up and what you think about them. And yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. If you would like to see what else I picked up at the anniversary sale, hair-wise, skincare-wise, clothes, lifestyle-wise, let me know. I have plenty of other products here that I can talk about. I just wanted to make separate videos just so the video wouldn't be too long. Please go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you'd like to see next. Oh, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching.